used to book everything, Lydia, from commercials, from shows. He was on the Grace of the Fire. He got spoiled, getting callbacks, getting availed, booking. At the age of 12, he got two callbacks, one avail, I remember that. And then he was put in another avail and released. He looked at me and said, Mommy, I'm not doing this anymore. This is what he said. I lost my cuteness. Let me tell you, I not that I not I don't get upset. That's not even me, but I do a little bit because there's Beauty and the Baker, there's Gender Virgin, there's a few shows that I said, why didn't I even audition for this? I never given the chance, and I do have my agency, but gotta tell you this. I always think that you have to have a great manager. I don't like to use this, but I'm going to tell you who wines and dines with producers in Hollywood. It's because Hollywood sometimes,
Well, not necessarily. Let me tell you something.
Okay, tell me.
Sometimes it's just you sending postcards or a note to the producer of the show, letting them know you are available, because they don't get a lot of mail. The executive producers of TV shows don't get the same kind of mail that casting directors do. So if you see a show that you think you'd be right for, like United We Fall, right? Then I would look up who the head writers are, and I would send them a note, and I would say, you know what, I would be perfect for this, and create a character as so and so, because they read their mail. And
do. I've never done that.
Oh yes, you must. Don't wait on the agents, because sometimes it's not about your agent. Is that casting director already knows certain actors, so that's who they're going to go to first. If you don't know that casting director, they might not look at you because they have their top 5 actors in that category that they always go to. So if you don't know the casting director, I always say go right to the executive producer and send them a note with your picture and resume and say, look, I would be perfect for this. I would love to come in this season to read for the show. And just to help you out, I would be great as the Thea, or I would be great as that's right. And I'm a big believer in those campaigns, that they really work. You don't wait for the agent, because it really has nothing to do with the agent. Sometimes it's just they have their list, and if they don't know you, they're not going to call you. Especially if they already have 3 people that they use a lot. They have. So I would do a mailing campaign. I would reach out to 5 shows, 6 shows that you think you could be right for, and just
I thought you not that you couldn't do that anymore, but it was not done anymore. Because I heard that years ago that people will do that, but I didn't know you could
it's
do
always
that.
done. As a matter of fact, I would find out their names. I would look them up on social media, and just start getting a sense of who they are on social media, and then still write them the note. Don't contact them through social media. You
No,
can,
I had never done
but
that. Yeah.
give you an example of how note writing is very effective. Years ago, um, when the Variety and the Reporter, you could just pick it up from the stand. I would go
Yeah.
every morning to farmers market, get my Reporter, my Variety, get my highlighter, go through it. I would highlight shows that were coming or movies. Somebody was doing something, I would highlight it. I'd go back home, I'd write my letters, put it with my picture and resume, and send it out. So I read that Leonard Nimoy was getting ready to direct the first Star Trek. So I sent a note. I made it very much like a Star Trek conversation. And at the end, I put "Beam me up, Scotty." I wrote my name. A week later, they called my agent's office and had me come to Paramount, and I spent an hour talking with Leonard Nimoy in his office before any of the casting had started. And
Wow.
and I can't tell you how many times that has happened to me, where I got to go in before the process, or I booked the job.
But did you work on the Star Trek? I
I
don't know.
didn't
Did
get
you
to
work?
work on it because I was too
Okay.
young for the part, but it was the part that Kirstie Alley did.
Oh,
You know, and
yes.
he was saying,
Oh,
would you, he was like, would you shave your head? I said, of course I would shave my head for
are
Star
you
Trek.
kidding?
I would do anything, but I was too young for it. But it was so delightful to talk to him. Um,
Yeah.
oh,
Okay.
and then talking about campaigns, I wanted to work with Robert Redford for a long time. And so I don't know if you remember Milagro Beanfield Wars, the movie
Mm-mm.
Milagro. Well, there was a he directed a movie called Milagro Beanfield Wars, and it was with Julie Carmen and Chick uh, Varia. There were I'm messing up his name, but it was a lot of Latinos. Ruben Blades was in it. It was just a fantastic cast. And so every time the breakdown would come out for that movie, I would submit. And then I was just submitting. I was like, I want to work with Robert Redford. This is a Latino movie. I should be on this. And so they
Right.
finally called my agent and said, tell Lydia we've gotten all her pictures and resumes, but she's not right for this. So I was like, okay, that she's too young. She's not right. I was like, oh my God. Well, a few years later, they're casting a movie called Indecent Proposal that he's
Mm.
starring
Oh,
in. And I saw there was a scene, a classroom scene. I said, "Oh my God, this is for me." So I submitted my picture and resume. I get an audition. I go in, and you as an actor know that. Well, this never happened to me before. I
mhm.
I go to Paramount. We're in a little tiny trailer for casting, and I hear every audition in the room. I can hear it like it was right in front of me. So I'm hearing all the notes from the casting director to the actresses, and I'm going, they're not getting it. They're not getting what she wants. So I went in there and I just, because I was very good at
You killed
improv,
it.
I crushed it. And before I went in, they were taking couples because it was like a little improv. And so this guy is coming on. I noticed there's no guys for me to go in. So I grabbed the guy, said, Mira, you're going to go in with me and we're going to book this job. And he looked at me like I was crazy. I said, oh no, we're getting this job. So we went in there and I crushed it. And we came out. I said, we got this job. And he looked at me. He says, how do you know? I said, oh, I know. I know this is our job. I know it. And so I didn't hear back for like 6 weeks. But I never worried about it because I knew that was my job. And sure enough, I get a call. We both booked the job,
Oh my
and I
goodness.
got to work on it. And I got to work with Robert Redford, and I had the time of my life on that shoot. It was glorious. But I say that to say, it is about you taking the initiative and submitting yourself, because sometimes the agent,
It's true.
they have
I'm
hundreds of
guilty. I'm
clients.
guilty about that. I'm not very. And my daughter tells me all the time, "You never take the initiative. You never do." And it's true. Now that I'm waiting at home for someone, no, not that either, because I was calling my agents and I am always looking at breakdowns and I submit myself. There's a lot of jobs that I have gotten myself, and there's a lot of jobs that people see me and then they book me, and but I'm not like that. I should be more.
Well,
And
just
and it looks like my personality is like that, and I'm not.
well,
I'm
just
not
for
funny.
certain jobs, I would say, like, if
Mhm.
the Beauty and the Baker were casting right now, I would say definitely submit. Like, there's certain
Oh yeah.
shows that you would be perfect for, and I say go right to the executive producers,
Okay.
just with a little note and a little a picture and resume. It cannot hurt you. You
No,
spend what, $1 on postage,
that's true.
not a big deal. But
That's
I'm a big believer. If you don't play the lotto, you will never have a chance to win. And it's just putting your name in the ring, in that, is saying, yes, I'm available.
Mhm.
Use me.
You're
It's like,
absolutely right. I'm
so
gonna follow that advice.
so I just wanted to give that to you, because I can see you on so many sitcoms, um, and I just think you're uh, electrifying. On camera, you just pop. You just pop. The camera loves you. So I just
Mm.
wanna, you know, I'm a big
Well,
believer.
Lydia, if you see anything there, you know what?
Oh
Let me.
yes. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So I want to ask you. You said your son was doing commercials. Is your son still in the business?
No, he retired when he was at the age of 12, and this is the funniest because the guy is so funny. I mean, my kids, my husband is a funny guy, and I'm kind of funny, and this is what we do all day long at home. Um, we have people coming over. They always want us to do a reality show. Say no, no. It's not, sometimes my mouth, and and it's. But anyway, he used to book everything, Lydia, from commercials, from shows. He was on the Grace of the Fire. He got spoiled, getting callbacks, getting available, booking, booking, booking. At the age of 12, he got two callbacks, one avail, I remember that. And then he was put in another avail and released. He looked at me and said, Mommy, I'm not doing this anymore. This is what he said. I lost my cuteness. And since I was not a stage mom, I said, because I was telling him, you do this until you want to do it. I said, okay. Call the agency, he doesn't want to do this anymore, and he doesn't. But he's so funny. He always, in our family text, my husband and him, I always have my daughter, like,
Now,
because the
how did he
funniest.
get into it? Did he tell you he wanted to do commercials?
No, actually, one of his best friends, he got a call back for Bank of America. Was it Bank of America? No, United Postal Service. I remember. Oh, yeah, I remember. And he didn't want to go because it was his birthday. So the mom called me and say, "Can I take Alice for the callback? He's so he can be." I say, "Oh, he's playing soccer right now. He's dirty. It's okay. Can I pick him up?" So he finished the soccer game. He all he was sitting at the lobby, Lydia. So I'm telling you once again, lo que está para ti, nadie te lo quita. He was sitting. The director comes out to go to the restroom, looks at my son, and he goes, "I haven't seen this boy." I said, "Oh no." The mom said, "He's not in the business." I said, "Oh, but can he go in? Can I see him?" I think the mom will be okay with it. So he sang Jingle Bells or something, and he booked a commercial, and he got the part from his best friend.
Well, he didn't get the part. The part was his to begin with, right? It
Yes,
was
that's
his
what
to
I
begin
said.
with.
But then later on, every time, they both went for the same thing. My son usually, but the mom was, was okay, I guess. But I felt sometimes, oh my God, no, no, please, let, I hope he's not here. Oh my God, I see him, because my son was very, very, very blessed during his acting career. Yeah.